he needs to make at least $1 million a year.
Yeah.
You know, at least $1 million a year.
That's always hilarious.
Maybe I could settle for 500,000. And a dumb girl looks at that and is like, that's what's acceptable.
Right.
They don't even necessarily have the context. They don't understand, you know, what the average income is, how rare that level of income is. They see that it's out there, and so they're like, oh, well, I should deserve that because that's the best. Whereas if you go back 50 years, surrounded by you, your only real exposure to like celebrity and immense wealth was through like TV, and a lot of it was fictional because you're seeing it on, you know, just shows where someone might be depicting a rich person, or it's in like a late night show where you're seeing the guy and you just happen to know that the guy hosting the show is making obscene amounts of money.
Right.
But in their real life, the best thing that they would find might be that, you know, that rugged guy working at the local factory because that was a good job with a pension, benefits, yada yada. And he was making enough money that they could afford to start a family, buy a house, start a family, have a car.
On so his income.
That was the best that was available. So like that guy was attractive. But now it's like you go online, the guy that's worth $100 million, he's not available literally, but you see all of them. Like you see that all over the place. And so it fucks with your mind.
Yeah.
If you're on the dumb side.
Well, Joe was talking about a thing too that I was getting to, the idea that they do this. They're doing this when they're young, and then they hit a point where they go. So let's just sort of build a timeline here. Girl is single. She's in her early 20s, early to mid 20s, something like that. She's looking for this guy, this fucking near fictional guy who makes north of $1 million a year.
They usually say, what is it? 6 by 6 or 666.
Oh, 6 feet.
6 figures, 6 feet, 6 pack.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's more like 667.
Yeah.
There's like 6 feet, 7 figures.
Yeah.
6 pack.
Yeah. But so they're looking for that. Some will find it. The hotter chicks say that live in places like Miami and stuff where the guys are kind of like, they're frequenting because they're fun party spots. They'll find a guy like that. They'll get on his Rolodex where he's just, pounding them, and they'll think they might mean something to this guy. So they'll spend a little time doing that. They'll get into that sort of that sphere, if you will, that trap where they're now like, kind of being tossed around a little bit. And then they get to like 28, 29, 30. They've got a high body count now. They realize that it's not working, and they try and settle. They try and find somebody who maybe wants to have kids and all that kind of stuff, but they're fucking stupid. Now they're all messed up. Or maybe they got even unluckier and they got a kid or two from two different guys or whatever.
Yeah.
And now they've got two baby daddies. Yeah. And they're looking to settle down with a guy, a good earning guy, a good guy that will just take them and take care of their kids and everything. Yeah. And good luck.
I saw a chick online say something that I think is very wise for a woman to say. There are these women popping up who seem to be smart, who have their head on their shoulders, who are trying to encourage women to like make the right choices, and like warn them against going down this path that feminism kind of tells them to go down. But what she said was, a lot of people have this mindset that the grass is greener on the other side. Mm-hmm. So like you'll jump ship from relationship to person for tiny things a lot of the times. Or it's like, they're like this and I don't like that, or they don't make this much money, or I don't, whatever. I pick a thing, I don't like it, I'm gonna move on. And what she's saying by the grass is greener, I didn't say the thing that she said. She said the grass is greener where you water it, and there's not necessarily any grass at all on the other side.
Yeah,
and the point smart. Is like I think the ultimate fantasy for a lot of people is to find somebody when they're young, and then to build that life together, and encourage one another to be the better versions of themselves. And then you get to watch each other in your 20s and in your 30s grow.
Yep.
And then you see them achieve these things and you see it together and you get to be a part of that.